Often, we shy away from risk because it seems easier, and to some, it may feel like the best way to minimize conflict is to accommodate others, even at the expense of our happiness. But avoidance comes with consequences. Dr. Tara Brach says avoiding confrontation is one of the many false refuges that people turn to in order to feel more comfortable and happy. Unfortunately, she explains, these strategies may actually prevent people from experiencing all that life has to offer.
So usually people will come to me and they'll say, I'm either really dissatisfied with my life, or I'm spending a lot of time feeling anxious, or I'm not really feeling like I can be intimate with others. And we'll start looking at, what is it that's driving that, and get down to some core beliefs and feelings of, often it's something's wrong with me. And then we start looking at how out of that belief that something's wrong with me, the person's living their life. And then that's where we see the false refuges. It's like out of that fear that I'll never be lovable, out of that feeling that something's really, in some way I'm defective, then we can start seeing, out of that, when I'm with others, I assume that they won't really value me, so I try to, in some way, ask for very little or go along with whatever I think that person wants. And then we start seeing how that accommodating isn't just a nice way of being, it's coming out of fear. And it's the same thing with not taking risks. Playing it safe, of course we all want to survive and we don't want to be endangered. But when there's a real tension around not being willing to put out a new idea because we're afraid other people will jump on it, or not being willing to draw something, we feel artistic, we want to draw something because we're afraid of other people's judgment, that we're playing it so safe that we're binding our own creativity, that we're not being spontaneous, then we start seeing that's a false refuge. It's stopping me from living my life.
While false refuge may give us temporary relief from discomforts, finding true refuge can help us find love and awareness in life and relieve suffering in the long term. During this week's free webinar with Tara Brach, she'll tell us about true refuge and share 3 ways to access it. She'll also explain a 4-step process people can use to cope with distress and begin to heal. You can watch the webinar for free at the time of its broadcast. Just click the link below to sign up.